Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Once again, this is Fred from Excellence in Travel, and you might see me going in and out, um, trying to make it look like I know what I'm doing as far as broadcasting here. But today, I'm going to be talking about Antigua and Barbuda. Did I do that correctly?
Barbuda.
I was close. Barbuda. I'm going to be talking about those two. And I'm lucky enough to have Kim Essen with us here, and she is the expert because she is with the tourist board for those two islands. So Kim, first of all, I want to thank you for taking the time to do this. I've already messed up. I've knocked over a drink. We're here at Starbucks. So if you hear some cars and stuff in the background and people's voices, even though I have the pictures up at the beach, we are out in front of a Starbucks. So you might hear noises off and on, but hang with us there for a while.
I think we should really go with we're on Dickinson's Bay in Antigua right now.
There you go. And the cars are just pulling up.
Yes, exactly.
So Kim, I have never been to Antigua or Barbuda. I have never been to either one of those. Tell me a little bit about it. I've been to a lot of the other Caribbean islands, but I've never been to either one of those two islands. So start off by telling me a little bit about them.
Well, first of all, you have to get there because you have to experience Antigua and Barbuda for yourself. It is a unique Caribbean destination because it is the two islands, and you can do a day trip to the one, or you can stay over on Barbuda. Most of the people stay in Antigua and will go over to Barbuda for a day or 2 days. But Barbuda is basically an untouched, undeveloped island with very small boutique hotels. There is a Nobu restaurant there, though, so imagine that. But it has just the most amazing pink sand beaches that once you get there, you feel like you're in your own island paradise, which is really wonderful. And Antigua is different because it's not a strip of hotels on the beach. It's 365 cove beaches, technically 366 because one of our hotels added a beach. But you have your own space in the sun. So you have all the different hotels, but you're not crowded in any destination that you're in. So if you're worried about the social distancing, Antigua already had that done for you way before any of this happened. It's just, that perfect destination to go out and explore and enjoy.
Now, at this point, do you know what they're, speaking of the 6 feet distance or whatever, do you know what their protocol is when landing at airport now?
Well, you still have to be vaccinated to go to Antigua. And you have a health declaration form that you have to fill out. But as far as wearing the masks, I recommend it if you're out in crowded areas. On the beaches, they don't require the masks. You have to do what you feel comfortable with, which is more so than anything. But I would say if you're in a crowded area, still please wear the mask.
And I was looking at some videos. I was cheating and looking at some videos before I came to meet with you on Antigua, and it looked like you have a really cool little downtown area where you can do shopping and all that stuff.
So right in St. John's, and that's right where all the big cruise ships dock. And we have a cruise port now that actually handles the Oasis class ships. So when you're down in St. John's, there's a bunch of different restaurants, a bunch of great shopping, wonderful jewelry stores. You can pretty much find anything you like in Antigua, especially the rum. So you can only get, Jolly Heart, I'm sorry, saying the wrong kind of rum, forgive me. So Cavalier rum, you can only get in Antigua, and it is delicious. It's wonderful over ice if you mix it with the rum and Coke, if you want to put it in your pina colada. And the prices of it are amazing, but it's not exported into the United States. And then, of course, we have the English Harbor rum that you can get in California. Total Wines does stock it, although it's kind of a hit and miss of whether or not you're going to get it. But the rums are amazing. And of course, our bartenders are lively and fun, and everyone just has a great time.
Now, as you can see from looking at me, I'm a foodie. What is the food that maybe Antigua, like to go to Jamaica is to jerk chicken, jerk everything. What are the foods or food that Antigua is noted for?
I think it's pretty much noted for everything. We have the best lobster you will ever have. It's super sweet, which is absolutely amazing. And then, we have our national dishes, the fungi and the pepper pot and salt fish and chop up and just, all the different national dishes, which are a lot of fun. But what I really like about Antigua is I don't really have to go to a restaurant if I want to go to one. On the weekends, there'll be people that will cook pots of food at their house
Okay,
and then they'll sell it from their porch. So you could actually
that's interesting.
go and dine with a local and eat your way around the island. There'll be somebody selling, fresh coconut water, pineapple. You can stop by one of the many grandmothers who are selling mangoes. It's just a really fun way to experience the island because then you're actually meeting the locals and they're telling you about the island firsthand. So that's one of my favorite things to do. But as far as restaurants, we have some of the best ones. We have the #1 restaurant in the Caribbean, which is Shirox, which is located over at the Cocoa Bay Resort. And then Papa Zook's, which is, I believe, has become world famous. He is a rum bar and restaurant, and the food there is amazing. That's one of my have to stop at when I'm in Antigua.
Okay.
And then, of course, you have to go for roti.
Oh, of course, just Caribbean.
Yeah,
Yes.
just the certain foods that you have when you get down there. I get off the plane, I go to the roti.
There you go. You have to. You have to. Now, what is your favorite food? I'm going to put you on the spot with that question.
I love seafood, so
Okay.
any kind of seafood. So,
Okay, you're about like I am. I'm the same way. As long as it comes from the sea, I love it. I have no problem with it. Now, how do you get between the two islands? I know you can't take an Uber. So
No,
how do
no.
you get between the two islands?
Well, we have ferry, which is about an hour and a half to get from one island to the other. You can go by helicopter, which is, the whole James Bond experience, and plane. So you have 3 different ways of getting there, or by catamaran if you want to go on an excursion.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that also. What other excursions do they have in Antigua and Barbuda that you would recommend people to be on? Like in Jamaica, they have the Duns Rivers Fall, and the other islands have different things. What would you recommend?
Oh, there's so many wonderful things to do. The scuba diving and the snorkeling are amazing. So anything on the water. Of course, we have the jet skis. We have it's really cute. They look like a raft with a motor on it and a steering wheel. And you can cruise around, in the water on one of those, which makes it a lot of fun, and go out to the different reefs and go snorkeling. They take you out to Cades Reef, which is a great spot to go. We, of course, have swimming with the stingrays.
Yeah, I saw that one. I don't know if I'm ready for that one. I can't even get through the thing of swimming with the pigs, so I know.
We have those too now.
Oh, God.
We have those too. And the swimming with the pigs is actually like a rehabilitation for the pigs and getting them socialized. And they love it. They're more than happy to be there. So they look forward to it. And then our stingrays are more like water cats, which is the best way to describe them. They're not contained, so they're free to come and go as they please. But they know when the people are there, they're going to get fed. But
so they're used to people being around.
Yes, but they love to be pets. So they will, once they're comfortable with you, if you put your arms out, they will, float right on your arms. And we have a couple that actually will make their way up to your shoulder, and you can actually pet them like a cat.
Okay. Okay.
I've done this many times, so I'm very comfortable with it.
But then I'll watch you do it.
Okay.
Unless you can find me a stingray that's so old he has no sting or any way in him or anything left. But I'll watch you do it and leave it at that.
No, but we do. We have every single excursion that you can think of. So we have, the 4-wheelers, the horseback riding on the beach. We have a donkey sanctuary.
That's my speed.
And they're real cute, so you can adopt a donkey. Also, we have the pet rescue, so we do have a big dog sanctuary as well. And they're always looking for people to take a dog back with them on a plane to the United States because they, get adopted pretty well here, which is really nice. Oh my God, from just all the different sailing things, we're a sailing destination.
Okay.
So if you go down the last week in April, you will be in awe of the sailboats that are down. So during sailing week, they have events such as Chase the Race. They have, you name it, it's a party week. So there's the different races going on. Everything is open. There's different awards events. There's Lay Day, which is just a great day to go hang on the beach, and they'll have different food tent set up, and you just relax and enjoy, get your bottle of champagne and sit and watch the races, which is a lot of fun.
Okay, okay. And now music, that's the other thing folks will ask about sometime. What's the music? Do you have music festivals there or, you know?
Well, we have a lot of fetes. We used to have a music festival, and that hasn't happened in several years. But especially during Carnival, that's the music festival.
Okay,
So
okay.
everybody's playing pans, and these bands are amazing. And you think you're listening to a symphony when they're all just playing pan. And then every Sunday night up at Shirley Heights, they have the pan music. You can sit out, have barbecue, and then at night when the sun goes down and you get your beautiful sunset pictures, then a live band comes on and you can dance underneath the stars all night. So it's a must do in Antigua. If you're there on a Sunday night, you have to go to Shirley Heights.
Okay, so basically you don't have to wait for a festival to get some good music. Okay.
There's always music going on. Pretty much all of the hotels have music during the week. So you'll have your different bands. There'll usually be at least, somebody playing pan, and it's just fantastic.
Okay.
So if you like to dance and enjoy things, Antigua is a great destination to go to.
Now, we've been concentrating on them so much. Tell me about Barbuda.
Well, Barbuda, you're not going to find too much of that music. Like I said, it's really not built up yet, but it is in the process of getting a resort, a golf course, and forgive me, I can't remember the name of the golf course that we're getting, but I know part of it has been completed. You can see aerial shots of it now. So Barbuda is going to become a big golf destination.
Okay.
But the beach there is 17 miles of pink sand beach. You can walk as long as you want and barely ever see anybody else. Usually the most activity that I see on that beach is a couple of horses, wild horses walking around. And it's nice to watch the seaplanes land.
Okay. So that's the more natural. That's more
very natural.
Okay.
Very rustic, just beautiful. And the Barbudans have to be the warmest and most loving people.
Okay.
They are social and they're friendly, and they just make you fall in love with the destination. As on Antigua, that's one thing people say every time they come back from Antigua is the people are so nice. You go there once, you become family, you keep going back again and again.
See, that reminds me, and I guess that's the question that if they're similar. When we've been down to Fiji, locals will come out and meet and greet you, and they'll invite you over to their house. And when they invite you, they meet. You invite you to come over.
Yes. It's basically the same thing.
Okay. Okay.
You go as a tourist, you leave as family.
Okay. Love that. Love that part. I'm sure a lot of people out there will love that part as well. What else you think you would want to tell people about between those two that say, come on down?
Oh, come on down. We have hotels for every price point and budget, all different family resorts, couples only, you name it, it's on Antigua. We, of course, have the beautiful Sandals that offers you the best of both worlds. So you have the, beautiful Caribbean section, and then the Mediterranean section, which are absolutely beautiful. The food there is wonderful. And then you're right on Dickinson's Bay, where we are right now. And there's a lot of things to do on Dickinson's Bay because it's one of the larger beaches. And there are several other hotels on that beach. So you can walk to several other restaurants. You can go to, the different hotels, different bars. There's a floating bar right out there, the Kon-Tiki, where you wave a flag from the beach. So you wave the flag from the beach and they come pick you up and they bring you out to the bar. And I believe all the drinks on that floating little raft are like $5 or something like that. It's really just a unique experience and a lot of fun to go.
See, that's why I've got to go. Like I said, I never, and I've traveled the Caribbean for many, many years, different islands, and I have never come close to going to Antigua. So I've got to go there. My wife has mentioned it. She says she wants to get there. We've done all the rest of them, so she wants to get to Antigua because we've never been there. So from what you're telling me, we're definitely missing out not being there right now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It is really one of the warmest, nicest Caribbean islands you can go to because it's unique. And I say it's unique because it's not the long stretch of beach and it's not all these giant hotels. Sandals is one of our largest hotels.
Okay.
And then all the other hotels, most of them don't even have 100 rooms. So you can find that little escape. And most of them are all inclusive. So I know most people think that Antigua is not an all-inclusive island, but it is. If they're not all-inclusive, most of them offer an all-inclusive plan.
Okay.
So you have plenty of options on how you want to, spend your time eating around the island, which, how I do it, I plan. Where am I going to? Food is important.
You're telling me. I told you,
So, we have cute 33-room hotels that are all like different little wooden cottages. So you have your real Caribbean feel, and a lot of them have plunge pools and just amazing views. And no matter where you go, the service is absolutely amazing. If you're staying at a small boutique hotel, if you're staying at one of the bigger properties, you really have the best service.
Okay, so it seems like it's small enough, Antigua's small enough that even if you're staying at one of like the Sandals, you are not removed so far away from town that you can't get into the downtown area.
No, Sandals is not far from downtown.
Okay.
Sandals is very close to the airport too, which is very nice.
Okay, yeah.
So Dickinson's Bay is about 10-15 minutes from the airport. And then St.
Oh,
John's,
wow.
maybe a half an hour.
Oh,
So there
okay.
are taxis, very easy to get around the island. I tell people it's almost like an excursion. Rent a car and drive for yourself, because we drive on the left. And our roads are a little narrow. So if you really want the island experience, definitely rent a car. It only takes maybe an hour and a half to get from one side of the island to the other, because we don't have a road that goes around Antigua.
Okay.
So you actually go through the heart of Antigua and different areas.
On the left-hand side.
On the left-hand side.
Okay.
Traffic circles, unless you're from the UK, are a little bit interesting.
I still, I was on an island somewhere, and it was on the left-hand side, and I made up my mind very quickly. I'll just cap it everywhere I go, because I could see myself making a turn somewhere and getting in the right side to go around and messing up totally.
But we have a lot of great drivers where you get in their car once and they'll become almost like your driver for the whole entire time you're there. So they give you their cell phone number where you can call them.
Good.
They're safe. All the taxis from the airport. That's another great thing about Antigua, is the taxi prices are regulated, especially from the airport.
Okay.
So you don't have to rearrange like a transfer there.
Okay.
If it comes with the resort, it's great. But if you're worried about how you're going to get around, there's a taxi station that actually tells you exactly what the price is.
Okay.
Right now, we're only doing 2 people in the car because of the restrictions. But they give you the price, and that's what you pay. There isn't any add-ons or somebody telling you it's this astronomical price to get from here to there. You pay for it at the taxi stand, and then
so you don't have the tourist price and the regular people price.
Okay. Exactly.
Okay, that's good to know. That is absolutely good to know.
And there's always a line of taxis there, so you don't have to worry about waiting. They know when the flights come in. Antigua does offer Fast Pass now at the airport.
Okay.
So you can, pretty much cut the line.
But does it get that crowded at the airport?
On Saturdays, it gets very crowded.
Okay.
Saturdays is our busiest flight day.
Okay.
Because we have flights for the US, direct from Newark, JFK, Atlanta, Charlotte, Orlando, Miami.
So Saturday is the busy day.
Saturday is the busy day.
Okay, but during the rest of the week, you pretty much get through.
If you like having that service where you feel like you're a special VIP, then go right ahead and get it, because it's nice. They get your bags, they escort you through everywhere. So even if there is a little short line, you're not waiting in that.
Okay.
So it all depends on what kind of service you want. And then we have a beautiful VIP lounge at the airport that even has an outside area. So you're at the airport and you're sitting under these beautiful orange canopies, and you still feel like you're on the island. Your vacation still isn't over yet.
Okay. Now coming when it's time to leave, do you still have that same express service when it's time to leave to get through the airport?
You can do that as well.
Okay.
But you really don't have to worry about it.
Okay, so leaving. Okay, so coming in.
Saturday is the only day that I definitely recommend you get to the airport at least 2 hours before your flight.
Okay. So that's a lot for us to chew on. We're getting down there. So is there anything else as we come to the bottom of this that you want to make us excited about coming to Antigua about?
Well, if you like Carnival, our Carnival is the last week in July to the first week in August. It's only 7 days this year, though.
Okay.
So it's the first Monday and Tuesday of August are the big events.
Okay.
And that's absolutely amazing. So leading up to that, starting right when sailing week is over, we have fetes. And a fete is a big party.
Okay,
So with music and food and drinking and everything else that you like to do when you're on vacation. And they're unique and it's all people from the island. So if you're a tourist and you go, you really have that experience of joining in Carnival and the build up for everything. And it's just amazing. But as far as Antigua, bring your bathing suit, bring your sunscreen. We're the second driest island in the Caribbean, so the weather is pretty much always good. We do have that little tropical breeze, so it does cool you off. But just get ready for enjoying the beach and the people and the food and the
and
sun.
see, that's another thing too that I saw, again, cheating, saw in the film that it's a very safe place.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's what one of the government officials was saying, that it's a very safe type of place to come to, that you don't have to be clutching the bag as you're walking around. So that's good to know.
Well, there's
So,
only about 100,000 people that live on Antigua,
okay,
and there's only about 1,500 people that live on Barbuda.
okay, so everybody knows each other too.
Yes.
Okay. So if something wants to go wrong, they say, well, I know where to go.
Pretty much.
Okay, okay, that sounds good. Well, Kim, I want to thank you for all this great information that's making me want to get down there as soon as possible, and probably a lot of other people out there as well. So you've heard all the good stuff about Antigua and Barbuda. So when you're ready to go, just give me a call, Fred at Excellence in Travel, and the number is 916-594-9933. So give me a call, and then you can come back and I can interview you, and you can confirm everything that Kim has talked about. So Kim, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Fred, for having me over, and I apologize for having to cancel last month. And
No problem.
so we're all good now. You
Oh,
spilled
yeah.
over my drink.
There you
I
go.
set on an appointment, and we're all good.
There you go. I made a total mess here. I want you to know. Okay. So until next time, I think I have another one coming up Saturday. So next time, once again, I want to thank everybody who's watching for taking the time to come out. And I will see you in Antigua. Take care.